3 Charlotte. Time now for new ideas in creative homemaking, crafts and skills in better living for you, today's woman. Now here's one of the nation's top television authorities, Betty Feezor.
Hello. Our show for today begins right here with the lesson in how to make a scarf, which can open up to go around your head for a wind cover or a rain cover for your hair, and then also it may be used as a scarf around your neck. If you'd like to make one of these, be sure you have your pencil and paper ready so I can give you dimensions and tell you just exactly how to go about doing it. Let's talk about fireplace tapers today, another good gift item that's very inexpensive since it's made from newspapers. Your children will enjoy making this and giving it to an older person perhaps for Christmas. We'll begin a series this week on instant batik. Now, batik is a very old process. It's been done in India and in the Far East for a long time, but let me show you a quicker way to do it today. We'll also make a peanut butter pudding at the end of the show. That's something that I think you'll enjoy. People enjoy peanut butter sandwiches. Well, it's good to have a peanut butter dessert too, particularly topped with a chocolate sauce. But be ready to take down all the proportions and instructions for making a head cover right after this. For many months now, I've been telling you about Gloria Marshall figure control salons and how much good they do to help you lose weight and lose inches. You've seen the results of so many people who've practiced the program and who have succeeded at it. Well, let me tell you right now, there's a Thanksgiving special at Gloria Marshall. Now, all you have to do is to go in this week and either mention my name, Betty Feezor, or say that you heard on the Betty Feezor Show about the Thanksgiving special, and you'll get a special package, so to speak, from Gloria Marshall. Now, remember that is located at all 3 stores, the special Gloria Marshall Betty Feezor Thanksgiving special. Now, to call or to visit one of them, call Gloria Marshall here in Charlotte. Eastland Mall is the location. Their phone number is 568-6260. In Concord, Carolina Mall, or call 788-1168. In Gastonia, East Ridge Mall, 867-3658. But don't forget this week to check in for the Thanksgiving special at your local Gloria Marshall. Most every day this week, I want to give you some ideas for accessory items that you can make to give for Christmas gifts or just to give yourself. I'm wearing today a scarf, which I like to tie this way. Can you see it's tied in the back? I folded it in half and then folded it down a few times to go around my neck and then tied it in the back, and I just let the bow extend out over, or the knot extend out over the back. This gives nice folds around the front, so that's an idea for making a scarf or for giving a scarf and maybe giving directions for it. But the one that I want to show you now is designed to put over your hair. It may be used from a sheer fabric like mine, or it may be made from a water repellent fabric. That way it can protect your hair in case of rain. Now, as you look at this, you can see that it's 45 inches long. Well, in fact, I can hold it up. You see, this is a nose yard, and then there's about 8 inches left on the other side. So you can get 45-inch material and cut a half yard for the scarf. Now, this is some that I had left from a negligee that I made when we did some lingerie several years ago. This is a marquisette, and this is nice to have because it's soft, it's sheer, and it will protect your hair from wind, but of course it doesn't do very much as far as water is concerned unless you spray this with one of the water repellent sprays, and that will probably help. Now, what you can do is to lay your fabric out, and then of course this net comes in for 108-inch widths, and so from this you could get 2 scarves lengthwise from the half yard. So lay the fabric out and cut a half yard of it, fold it in half, and then on each end hem about 1 inch of the long edges on each side. Now leave this end of it open because this end is going to be used to go around to go through a ring. I'll come back to that later. The other end of this needs to be folded so that you can make a diagonal seam. And can you see my diagonal seam here? Now remember at this point that the edges of this are folded back. In other words, this is the right side and this is the wrong side. Now, having cut this, or having stitched a diagonal seam, now I'm going to trim this away, and you see this is going to be a point of the scarf. And having trimmed this away, then I'll turn it back to the right side, and this will give me a point that can go through that ring. Now the hems turn out to be on the inside. Now, what do we do when we get down to this other side? Well, using that as the point of the scarf, when I get down here, I'm going to hold these raw edges together. And remember now that the raw edge of the hem is on the inside. This is the outside, right side that I'm working with now. And I'll fold it back and forth several times, and then let this go through just a regular curtain ring. And then after you've put it through, now I'm not going to take the time to really sew mine very well, but let me just put a few stitches in it just to hold it together, because then I want to pick it up and put it around my head so that you can see something about what it looks like. And then I'll show you once more in diagram form exactly how this is done. So I've made a few stitches in it. Now you'll want to make yours a lot nicer than I had a chance to make mine right here. Now let me pick it up and put it around my head and show you how the scarf works. Put it around your head like this, and you see it covers your hair completely. And then you can bring it down on one side and let this point go through the ring that's over here. Don't you think that would be a nice gift, though, to give for Christmas? Now remember, if you use 45-inch material, if you buy 1 yard, you can make 2 of these scarves. You see how nice that is? And it just holds it so securely. And if you buy 108-inch material, which is what this marquisette comes in, you could get 2 scarves from the 1/2-inch length of it. Now, if you don't want to wear this around your hair, you can wear it around your neck. So put it around your neck, and then the same thing can take place. The point can go through this part of it, and then you'll have a nice scarf over to one side. And if you want to do something else with this end, you know, you could pull it up and do all kinds. You could even make one of those little roses that people like to wear close up around their necks. But it's easy to make, as you've just seen. Now let me show you a diagram of it. I got this idea from Jo Peters. Do you remember when she's been here a couple of times showing us simplified sewing techniques? Well, she has lots and lots of patterns that you can order. And so I got one of these from her. Now here's your 45-inch length of fabric, and you want to get a 1/2 yard and fold it in half. Now leave one end open, because this is the end that's going to thread through a curtain ring. The other end of this, after you've hemmed the 2 long sides of it, then put the right sides together and stitch diagonally, and then turn it back to the other side. And then this way you'll have a point on one side which you can use to go around your head like this, or you can put it around your neck. But I believe you'll enjoy trying that soon. If you have, I happen to have that material in the house, so that I didn't have to buy anything to work with. You may have something. It needs to be lightweight, though, of course. Something, you know, a heavy wool like this dress wouldn't work too well, would it? Well, we'll be talking next about a fireplace accessory, instant tapers that you can make. Children particularly would enjoy making these, so that it'll help to light your fire a little bit more instantly, maybe. Well, that will come after these messages. Until we find a cure for arthritis, I want to tell you about a Futuro product that you'll really enjoy having. Now, you can find hand comforters, knee comforters, ankle comforters for any part of your body, really. Now, these are thermolastic comforters, they're called. That means that they are thermo. They're made from cashmere, so they're nice and warm. And they're elastic, which means that your hand or body part is compressed. And it really does help to relieve pain and also that discomfort. Look for these at your grocery store from Futuro.